Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? Sit down, strap in, and turn on all you've got. This is Jason Bourne.
Hello and welcome to Minute Critic episode 7.
I'm Jack Kaminsky.
I'm David Budimir. In this week's episode, we're reviewing the Bourne Ultimatum.
The Bratz movie.
No. Did you see it? You and your boyfriend?
We'll do the Bourne.
Did you guys see it?
Bourne.
Alright, first we want to talk about the trailer we saw for Beowulf.
Okay.
This movie is all in 3D animation.
Do you read the book?
I read like a short version. I've read a poem of it, a short version of it. I don't really know.
I think it was a poem.
Oh, okay.
It's an epic.
I read parts of it, and it's like, what is it? What happens?
Oh, I don't. I read it this year, but
some sort of monster. It's a Viking story, right?
The monster is Grendel.
Mm-hmm.
And well, whatever. It looked good. It looked almost like it was real life.
I mean they're getting really close. But what's interesting about this movie is that two things. It's going to be in 3D, okay. So when you watch it, you can have glasses in 3D. And the next thing is that they're using performance capture. So they're using motion capture on the actors' faces to get the digital performance out of them. So that should be something to look for in I think November, this Christmas sometime. Mm-hmm. Okay,
let's move on. Bourne Ultimatum
is what we reviewed. What did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. Comparing it to the first two movies, I thought it definitely kept the attention a lot more. It was definitely a lot more easy to follow, mm-hmm. And I mean the action too. It wasn't just like mindless action like we saw in Live Free or Die Hard. I mean, it was actually.
That's true. I mean, this is a really smart action movie. In this one, he's finally finding out everything. He's finally getting all the answers. Mm-hmm. The action takes place on 3 different continents, and that's one thing I love about these movies. It takes us all around the world.
Yeah, and I mean, all the sets look authentic too.
Right. I mean, a lot of it is on location, and it looks so good. Director Paul Greengrass, he likes to use a lot of documentary style shaky cam. What did you think of that?
I mean, all the camera angles, all the action scenes were awesome.
Do you think it was ever too much, too shaky?
I noticed that a little bit, but I don't really think it detracted.
I think he does a good job with not overusing it, and I think what's interesting is he even does that doc style when it comes to the conversation moments in the movie, and what he chooses to show you and not show you during the conversation really adds a lot to the movie, I think. And there's even one scene where he's jumping from one rooftop to the other, and you see the entire jump. Yeah. The camera jumps with him, which is amazing. I love the fight sequences in the movie.
I mean, and the plot goes right along with the other two movies. I mean, what did you think of the other two movies?
I think the first one was a little bit too plain, the look of it. But the first one definitely established the world he was in. The best thing about the first one was that, I mean, it's an amazing story. It's a guy who doesn't know his past, but he has all the instincts of a super, killer. I think I still like the second one better than this one.
You think so? I like this one a lot more than the second one.
I mean, they're very similar, and this third one picks up right where the second one left off, and I like that. And there's some overlap, but it pretty much picks up right where it left off. And another interesting thing about this movie is towards the end, they take you to New York, and I've never seen New York shot in the colors that they used in this movie. It's very, a lot of grays, a lot of dark colors, very few primary colors.
Kind of like what New York is.
Well, right, but kind of more of a European-style filmmaking, which is, Paul Greengrass, he's English, and that's what it is. Did you see it, United 93?
No.
What about, okay.
Why did he do that?
He did that. I thought United 93 was really good.
Okay.
One more thing I wanted to say. Oh, Matt Damon. What did you think about his performance?
I mean, great. I mean, as always, great performance by him.
I think you can't get a bad performance out of Matt Damon. I don't think. I think he's a great actor. Yeah.
Some of those other actors did a great job too.
Julia Stiles played that girl he was with.
Which girl?
The one that was in all 3 movies. In Africa with him.
Okay.
She's whatever. She's kind of.
Well, I mean, and then you can look up their names, but
well, I mean, whatever. I'm excited to talk about it. Now, without spoiling anything, what do you think about the ending? What we think and what actually happened.
Oh, I think it was definitely very satisfying.
I agree. I think if it had ended the way you think it's going to end, I think I would have hated it if that had happened.
Yeah, I think we can't really go into it that much.
We're not going to go into it.
But it was definitely...
So, yeah. Out of 5, I would give this movie a 5.
So would I.
All right.
It was definitely really good.
Excellent.
I would definitely go see it in theaters, especially if you're a fan of action movies and a fan of the Bourne series.
It's done so well. Definitely. Go check this movie out. Next week, we've got Stardust or Rush Hour 3.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan might do it for us. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Check out our websites.
Worriedco.com, minute-critic.com. Send us an email.
Comment on YouTube.
Yeah, we're going to be putting up discussion forums soon. There's already a link on the website. It's not up yet.
By the time you see this, it might be up. So
maybe. But also another thing we just did. We just got all the RSS up. We put it on Dig. We put it on iTunes too. So
subscribe to us on iTunes.
There's a link in the Minute Critic page.
Hey guys, comment on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, tell your friends about us, and
see you next time
on the floppy flip. Okay.